Hello, this is Billy Core from the Nostalgia Mall, and today we're going to be working on this Dell Dimension L667r desktop computer from, I believe, the year 2000, more than likely. Now, this is a computer I actually purchased at a Value Village down in Charlotte back in the summer of 2018, and wound up selling it not long afterwards to a friend and YouTube viewer of mine. And he's had it for about a year and a half now, I guess, and he ran into a bit of a problem with it recently, and I offered to see if I could diagnose it and repair it. The problem with it is that it's no longer detecting the hard drive, even though the IDE connection and the power connection are supposedly secure. So more than likely we have a dead hard drive, and even if the hard drive's not dead or whatever's going on with it, he asked if I could give it a compact flash card upgrade. So I obliged to do that. He provided me with the necessary adapter and a 32 gig CF card from Transcend. Specs of this computer, don't quite remember. It's got a Pentium 3, probably 667 megahertz, judging by the model number. I want to say 128 megs of RAM, and the hard drive, I can't remember, either 10 or 20 gigs, one of the two. So we'll go ahead and open it up. When I sold this to him, he requested that I autograph the computer, so I did. Okay, side pops right off quite easily. Okay, first thing I have noticed is the hard drive right here is loose from its caddy. And this is a 20 gigabyte Western Digital hard drive. And as he mentioned before, the connections do seem secure. So first thing I want to do, I know we're putting the CF card in there anyway, but I'm just curious to see what's going on. So I'm going to hook this up to my test bench over here. Give it some power. VGA. And see what happens. Okay, that hard drive made some kind of interesting noise. Okay, it took forever to post. This computer has always had this issue. I've tried diagnosing it before in the past for him, but couldn't get anywhere with that. But as you can see, we have an invalid boot disk error, and during post, it only mentioned the optical drive and no hard drive. So hard drive sounds fine, connections are good, so I really hope we don't have a faulty drive controller, because that would greatly ruin our evening. So I stand corrected, it's actually 256 megs of memory. Go to IDE, and it says IDE master not installed. It's picking up the CD drive though. There's really not much I can do here. Everything looks normal, well, except for the fact it's not seeing the hard drive, but Okay, I've unhooked the hard drive. One thing I do want to do is, just out of curiosity, I want to swap out the IDE cable, because these can go bad. And this one's all twisted and curved and kinked, so who knows, maybe there's a yucky connection in there somewhere. So let's pop this one in and see if we can have any luck. Okay, plugged into the board. Plug it into the drive. And plug power in. And we'll just leave it there so nothing gets shorted out. Okay, let's see if we can get into the BIOS. Okay, let's go to IDE configuration, and it's still not being seen. Oh, this has me worried a little bit. Because, well, then again, maybe we need to let it go through the power on self-test first, just because maybe it detects the hard drive during that process. It's a slow process. This is the power on self-test on this computer is slow. Okay, I think I saw the hard drive show up. Yes, look at that. Fix disk 0. Yes. So looks like we had a bad IDE cable after all. So this can be thrown out.
Ow!
So what this means, we're still going to do the CF card upgrade, but what this means is we can just copy the contents of the hard drive onto the CF card. So my friend and YouTube viewer will not lose his data, which is going to be really nice for him. So if you're watching this, that's some good news for you. Okay, did not detect a mouse. That's because it's not connected. But we have a successful boot. Okay, skip the network sign on. And this is Windows 98 2nd edition. I'll go ahead and shut it back down. And we'll start hooking up the CF card adapter. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take our adapter out of the box. Take it out of this anti-static bag. And here we are. We've used plenty of these before in the past. We may have to add a floppy power adapter in here, because I think the only one that's in here is being used by the floppy drive itself, but I know where I can grab one and be right back. Got one. So we'll go ahead and connect this end right here. I've done these type of upgrades many times. Now where's our CF card? Here it is. This is a 32 gig. Very nice size. And we'll go ahead and insert it. We're not going to install it into one of the slots just yet, because we're actually going to hook it up to where the CD-ROM is currently connected. So we're going to disconnect the CD drive and use its cable to plug it on in. This is only temporary. Okay. And we'll just, for now, connect power right here. Okay, I don't believe we need to change any jumper settings, so we'll just let it hang out there for now. And we're going to take this disk for a Cronus OS selector, and we're going to boot into that. Well, first let me plug the computer in. Alright, I already see some LEDs lighting up on the card. we're gonna have to wait forever for it to post again. Okay, off camera I tried to boot it up and it was only seeing the CF card, not the hard drive. So let's see. Okay, hard drive not detected. Oh, that's just great. Yep, everything's connected properly, so I don't know what the problem could be. I'm really not sure what I did, but it seems to be working now. For one thing, the boot order got flipped around, so it was booting from the hard drive first, which will keep us from booting into a Cronus OS selector. But that's been taken care of. Hopefully it's smooth sailing from here on out. And as soon as I said that, it stopped. Okay. Okay, getting ahead of myself here. Ooh, and I forgot to plug the mouse up. I don't know if this is PS2, so I probably won't be able to hot swap. I might have to restart and wait for it to post again. That's going to be fun. I mean, I can operate this from a keyboard, but it's not pleasant. Yeah, mouse is not functioning. I'm going to run Disk Administrator. We'll see if we can do this with the keyboard. Can't make any promises. Okay, he's going to analyze the disk. Okay, it's showing both the disk, it looks like. So let's go to the CF card, and we do have one partition there, but it looks like it's who knows what. So we'll just delete that, and we'll go back to disk 1 and go to copy, and we'll copy it to the brand spanking new CF card, and we'll expand it. We're going from a 20 gig drive to a 30 gig, so we'll just type in 29.9 gigs. There we go. And we'll set it as primary. And we need to set it as active. Set active. And let's just look at both at the same time, just to see if everything matches up, and it does. So that's all we need to do setup wise. So now we can just tell it to commit all the operations. And this will probably take a long time, so I will definitely be pausing the video here, so I shall see you on the other side. Okay, it's already complete. It took a lot quicker than I thought, and it's already booted back into a Cronus OS selector, so we'll just go ahead and turn it off. Hopefully everything will work. I know this has been a little bit finicky tonight. So I will unplug the hard drive, possibly for good, and we will swap the IDE cable over to the CF card. And I think I'll move the Molex over to where the hard drive connector was. Here we go. And we can go ahead and plug our CD drive back up. So here we go. Now we need to put it into an expansion slot. Okay, there's all the expansion slots are available on this computer, so we can just use any one. I think I will go with this one right here, just because the blanking plate is a different color from the rest. So we can put that over to the side. And we can just go ahead and slide it on into place. I guess I realize I probably should have tested this before doing this. Digging my own grave here. Now I'll go ahead and screw it into its new home. There we go. That should be nice, tight, and secure. And here's the rear view here. And if he needs to pop it out and plug it into his modern computer to copy files over, he just pulls it out. And when he's done, you can just slide it on back in. That's one of the things that makes these upgrades so nice, is the ability to just take the card out and copy files over without having to take the computer apart. So, I think we're ready to test it out for good. There it is, lit up in its new permanent home. Okay, I don't know if this is going to make the power on self-test any quicker or not. But it's worth a shot. Okay, moment of truth here. Okay, it's showing up. Okay, I don't know why that's coming up, but oh yeah, I think the last time I had it booted up, I just turned it off while it was booting. But look at this, it's booting. Success has been made. Not sure if the boot up time will be any quicker. I know power on self-test is just as slow as it was before. So, we'll go ahead and boot in and just check and see everything's A-OK. Check and see if the partition properly expanded to fill the card. Go to my computer. Alright, here we go. Capacity 29.8 gigabytes, so success indeed. Everything is now working on this computer, knock on wood. So, we can go ahead and shut this down. And we can reattach the side panel. Gotta remember how this goes. Seems like I've had trouble with this before, putting this on. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. So I think what I'll do before I box it back up and send it back out via UPS, I think I'll take the CF card out and put it in a separate box, just because I don't want it to get banged around during shipping and potentially get yanked out and break something. So don't need anything protruding out of the computer for now until he gets it back. So yeah, I think everything went A-OK in this video. Had a few little hiccups here and there, but we got what we needed to accomplish accomplished. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, this is Billy Core signing off. Thank you for visiting the Nostalgia Mall. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also support me on Patreon if you would like. The link to all of these are down below. Until next time, this is Billy Core, signing off.